In our project, we studied the effect of nitrate levels on water quality. Nitrate is a nitrogen-oxygen compound with the chemical formula NO3. In nature, nitrate is converted into nitrite by bacteria and then incorporated into plant tissues. Animals that consume these plants take in nitrate and release it in their feces. Bacteria can then convert nitrate into nitrogen, which is released into the atmosphere. Bacteria conduct these conversions in the digestive tracts of many animals. An excessive amount of nitrate in the water supply creates environmental and health concerns. Because algae consumes nitrate, too much nitrates in the water contributes to algae overgrowth. Algae overgrowth can block sunlight from reaching photosynthetic organisms found in the water, preventing them from carrying out photosynthesis and reducing the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water. Moreover, nitrate consumed through drinking water can change hemoglobin, the pigment responsible for transporting blood throughout the body, into methemoglobin, which reduces the ability of blood to transport oxygen to cells. In extreme cases, it could lead to respiratory problems and death.
Death is bad for you.
It is bad for you. Michael Kyanis.
Because you'll be dead.
This is our quail, Simon, also known as Bradley.
Did you just name him?
Or Ryan. In our experiment, we measured the nitrate levels in Cove River to determine whether it is polluted. In addition, we measured the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water. The water pH and the water temperature will be measured in order to determine if there is a correlation between these factors and the levels of nitrates found in the water. Each time we tested the nitrate levels, we first obtained a water sample from a predetermined location at Cove River. We measured the water temperature and dissolved oxygen levels using the vernier probe, where immediately after, we then brought the sample back to the lab for testing using the SAPI Aquarium Pharmaceuticals testing kit. We concluded that the levels of nitrate in Cove River did not at any point reach unhealthy standards. Simon, Bradley, Ryan, the quail.
That works.
Well, first, we collected water from the Cove River site and we would put it in a bucket. Next, we would use the probe wear to find out the dissolved oxygen and temperature levels. Afterwards, we would take the remaining water sample that we had and we would go to the lab to measure the nitrate levels. To test the water sample, first we have to take the water sample and put them into small vials. Then we have to take the nitrate and the pH solutions and mix them in with the small water samples and see if they match any of the colors on this sheet here.
That's how we determine what the nitrate levels are and what the pH is, whatever color the water sample mostly matches to on this chart. In conclusion, the levels of nitrate in Cove River did not at any point reach unhealthy standards as defined by the FDA. However, Cove River remains vulnerable to pollution, especially considering its location. The nearby gas station has a leaking gas tank that can become a source of nitrates. Moreover, Cove River is consistently exposed to the pollutants emitted by vehicles and the waste released by the nearby school. As noted by our observations, West Haven is also frequently subject to rain, causing the runoff of these wastes into Cove River and a spike in the nitrate levels. It is important to know any significant changes in pH because although the water pH remained steady as the nitrate levels fluctuated, high pH can promote the overgrowth of nitrate-converting bacteria. Furthermore, an excess of nitrates will decrease the amount of dissolved oxygen in the water. However, dissolved oxygen levels can be affected by water pH and temperature, so its levels will not always correlate with the amount of nitrate in the water. Monitoring the levels of nitrates in the local water supply is important. If there is a sudden increase in nitrates, it could have a fatal impact on the surrounding environment. In addition, if the water at Cove River became part of the drinking water for West Haven residents, then there is a high chance that these residents will become ill. If research reveals an excess amount of nitrates, then immediate action can be taken to rectify the situation before there is any major consequence. That's it. Done.